Uh, Obviously in exhibition, we got to see everybody today. We'll get a chance to, review the film, find the things that we need to work most on, and make some evaluations here for the final roster, and then get ready for Minnesota.
Take it away.
Hey, Coach, you mentioned in pregame spacing and screening. We saw in that first quarter when the starters were on the floor, both of those things seemed to improve, at least from my purview, including a nice high-low off a screen from Angel with Nas and Angel down low. Were you kind of happy to see that tonight too?
Well, yeah, that play was good, but I think even our first group didn't play as well as I would like. I think we'll learn from this, and we'll get better from it. Still getting in the groove with some things, but I can see that we're close to putting it together.
Hey, Coach, you mentioned the first group. What are some of the bright spots in the second group that you had out there?
I'll probably have more once we watch film, but I'm really impressed with Medina's potential, all the things that she's able to do. Make defensive plays, alter shots, score in the post, had a nice drive, and she's still learning a lot. So for her to be able to impact the game as much as she did was pretty impressive.
Coach, what do you, we got Sika last year, and now to be able to coach again during the preseason this year, what have you seen in her game that has grown, her energy and her just overall since she's been here?
Well, I think you said she has great energy when she's out there. She's enthusiastic about playing, and she's very talented. She can really stretch the floor. She can put it on the floor and get to the rim. Defensively, she can make plays. She's had a good camp. I think when she had minutes, she's done a good job with them. She's still learning how we play, but she's really eager to get better. So I think she would be another bright spot coming off the bench for today.
One more question, and I know you want to get the roster down, but what else you want to work on and look to tighten up before we go into the first game of the season?
There are a lot of things. I'd say first of mind is just getting the ball moving. It shouldn't be stuck anywhere. We shouldn't be waiting on things to happen. It should move, then get into an action. I thought we were a little, the ball got stuck quite a few times, and we didn't end up getting good shots. And we've got too many good players to have empty possessions just because, we haven't got the thing moving. So that'll be something we talk about.
Coach, I know you talked about the first unit not really playing well. Did you have a sense of maybe you wanted to see more of them to see just if they can get into a rhythm?
Yeah, and I'm sure they probably, they're so talented, I'm sure it would have got better. But at the same time, we have to develop this bench. We've got a lot of very young players, and this time for them to play against another team is very valuable. So you're kind of caught. You only get, in college you'd play 3 halves, so everybody got enough time, and you could play your starters a long time but still develop your bench. These are 40 minutes, and to get a good look at everybody, I think it's only fair that they get enough time out there that they can show what they can do.
Coach, Taylor Clary hit 2 threes today, and then it seems that the team was just kind of waiting for her to, go for a third. She ended up with 7 points. What were your impressions of her today?
I thought she did very well today. She makes plays. She gets deflections. I think she had 4 rebounds too in 14 minutes. She's somebody that really competes on the defensive end, and she is a good shooter. Now, we're trying to get her to look for her shot because she's such a good shooter. And think if I'm open, our first look should be the shot. But I thought she did very, very well today.
Hey, Coach, 23 turnovers. Do you think that's just the group not really playing well together, or just kind of learning each other? Just what do you think kind of causes?
Yeah, well, you could be up here as a coach and be very critical, but 3 of the players that played, 20 plus minutes got here 3 days ago, and we're asking them to execute an offense that they never ran before until 3 days ago, and understand where the reads are. And I thought they hustled, they competed, they tried to do everything right. It's just, realistically in 3 days to be able to execute something at a super high level is probably not realistic.
Coach, the coach for the Mystics, Sydney, he ended up playing some of the starters late into the game, Kiki, Cody, etc. How much does that help those young players you're talking about go against starting caliber players and get that experience throughout the preseason?
Well, yeah, I think you're going against WNBA talent, players that are going to be very good in this league, and you get to see how you compete against those type of players. I think it's really the best way to learn and to grow.